I thought today was a great day. The defense came to play. They were flying around. I saw a number of licks passed. We created turnovers on defense. We affected the quarterback. Basically got the offense out of their comfort zone. And we didn't handle, offensively, we didn't handle adversity very well. It was really probably a tale of two scrimmages. Last scrimmage, offense came out and had their way, and defense really never turned the tide. And today was the complete opposite. The defense came out, had their way pretty much, and offense couldn't turn the tide. And what that tells me is we got to be able to handle adversity better on both sides of the ball, because bad things are going to happen. We're going to have setbacks in the first game. We got to be able to handle those and come out and play the next play. We didn't complete many balls. We threw it a lot. We basically gave Dawkins and J.O. one series apiece and then pulled them. And because Sosa's injury, we wanted to hold those two. And then we came back and probably threw it. I don't know how many times we threw it, but we threw it a lot. But we didn't. We probably completed under 50% and probably threw 4 or 5 interceptions, which was, a good thing to see. We didn't handle it very well. We had some guys open. We missed. We hit them in the chest a couple times. They dropped it, and then a lot of times the defense made plays. But overall, it was good to see the defense respond and have a good day. And then we got to see how we answer offensively.
Did you see the defense? Because last year you mentioned it was alignment and assignment. What's the parts where they were lacking? Did you see improvement in those two areas?
I did. Now I got to go back and watch the film to know for sure. Because last week I thought it might have been a little bit of effort, and when I went back and watched the film, we were just playing poor technique. But today they were flying around. We did a little bit different where normally in a scrimmage, if you go 3 and out, we just put the ball back down and start playing. But every time there was a 3 and out or a stoppage for the defense, we actually took a minute break so the defense could feel that they got to stop and try to make it a little more game-like so they could regroup, offensively could regroup. And the defense did a nice job today. Offensively, the first drive for the ones, they went right down the field. Probably 12 or 13 plays, got it to the 3-yard line, stalled out. Then the center had a false start on the field goal and backed it up 5. Then we missed a chip shot field goal. And then kind of from there it went downhill. The second half we did more situations. We were backed up on the -1. The offense, the ones got out with a first down. The twos got out with a first down. And then we had played 2 4-minute drives where trying to run out the clock and getting victory. Offense needed a first down. The ones were able to get a first down against the twos and run out the clock in victory formation, and then the twos were not. And then so the ones had to play a 1-minute drill, I think with like a minute on the clock, with no timeouts to score. They got it down to probably the +25. And I think we had a deflection for an interception is what happened. But overall, again, I thought the defense, played more consistently all day. We got to throw and catch better. And then when you take out the running game, it hurts you a little bit offensively, and we didn't really have any threat to run the ball. And they played a lot of pass coverage, two safeties deep, and did a nice job, which was good to see. I'm proud of the way the defense responded and played today.
Who were some of the guys?
DeAndre Elliott made some plays today. Had some one-on-one situations where he was able to deflect the ball away. Januska had a pick, which I thought was good. I saw Tyrese Simmons coming up and making plays in the run game. I thought the linebackers played better. Kevin Davis and Josh Watson and Clyburn. Corey James played when he was in there. He was a factor at linebacker and defensive end. That was a good team effort defensively, just flying around with the ball, excitement over there on that side of the ball the whole day, and a lot of energy, which was good to see.
Did you get a pass rush that was able to affect the passer that contributed to?
Yeah, I don't have the numbers, but there were a number of sacks. There were a number of times the ball was deflected. Rushed a little bit, having to throw things early and off timing. So they really disrupted the whole day.
So do you feel more like a head coach today? The defense did well in the scrimmage, and you're not like throwing your hat and screaming at the moment?
No, I thought it was a good day. I thought it was good to see. I've said from day one, if we want to be a championship football team, we got to play championship level defense, and then we got to be able to be consistent on offense, run and pass. And one part of that what we need to do, we had today, and then we got to get better. I'm glad it happened. I'm rather adversity hit in practice. That's what you want to put them in, adverse situations. There's no scoreboard in a scrimmage. There's no flow of the game, special teams and things like that happen. So it's, we went 3 and out sometimes offensively and then had drives going, but it was the 8th play and I stopped it. So a lot of that you take, with a grain of salt. But overall, I was excited that the defense played well and responded. That's what we've been trying to get, is respond, step up, do your job, play the next play, and they did a nice job of that today.
Did this help you any with some of those ideas? You said you were hoping the second scrimmage would help answer some of those questions. Well,
I told him before we kicked off, I said, you've been seeing all these preseason games. And they're trying to figure out who's going to make that 53-man roster and who they're going to cut. And this is an opportunity, this second scrimmage that we have. We don't have preseason games. This is it. We're trying to figure out that who's going to represent us on the field with the green and gold. And, we're going to go back and look at the film and make some decisions. And then some guys that have been getting some reps, just trying to get them opportunities, that they might move up into that, or they might, hey, you're going to be on hold a little bit and try to keep developing and try to get that, 60 to 70 guys that we're going to go to battle with the first game, honed in on what we're going to do against Savannah State.
Did you find anybody today that kind of surprised you, that kind of made a case to move up in that 2 or 3 deep?
Well, it's tough to tell right now. Hadn't watched the film. Braylon Scott is a guy that comes to mind. He made plays today with his length. Still out of position a couple times, but his length he is just long and is able to make plays and cover ground. I'd have to go back and look at the film. We still got to figure out our front 5 up front, offensive line-wise. Who's going to be where and what we're going to do, and get the best 5 in the positions and work them for those 2 weeks. But I'll have a better feel, tonight and tomorrow.
We forgot to follow up with you the other day on the front 5, but how long do you expect to roll us out? Is he somebody that might be able to play the first game, or?
I thought Fred could probably went today, and we decided to hold him. I expect him back on Tuesday at practice.
How will that affect the shuffle with Brian
and Bennett?
Jake?
Yeah, well, we just got to see. We got to see who the best guys are in there and going to give us the best chance to win. Jake is coming along. Jake is a little bit rusty. One, he didn't have spring practice and missed some practices. And 2, he's coming off a knee and a shoulder, and just trying to get back in shape, get his timing back, his balance back. Jake's going to be a very good player for us. O'Brien's doing a good job, and Fred coming in there has got experience. And Colby Meeks is a guy. I didn't mention Colby Meeks. He's a guy that's been working at center. We've been working him at guard a little bit. We got to find out the best combination of center and guard, what we're going to. I think we're pretty set at our right tackle with Sam and our left tackle with Goldich. But we got to figure out the combination with those middle 3.
Did you come out of this fairly healthy today?
Yeah, I think Terry said the only guy was Xavier and had a sprain on maybe the second play of the game on a reverse. And, he came back and played some. I think it just got a little sore when we were going 2s and 3s and him sitting out there. So, the initial conversation with Terry, everybody's healthy.
Was Richard able to?
Richard went today, caught some passes. Were able to get it to him a couple times. Had a nice 3rd down conversion, but we got called for a pick offensively that it got called back. But he was able to make some plays, which is important. We know what a talent Richard is, but Richard has missed a lot of time. 4 practices in the spring is all he went, and then he went about 6 or 7 in camp, and he's been out with a hamstring. He's got to get back in the groove of playing the position and getting guys in your face against press man, and then learning our system. He had a couple missed assignments today, and that's just because he hadn't got the reps. So we got to make sure we hone him down and get him ready to go 2 weeks.
With more throwing today, were you able to get the tight ends a little more involved? I know that's something you kind of said when you look at the guys you've got there.
Right.
Find a way to get them the ball when you can.
Well, the most explosive and the best threat in the passing game is still out right now in Kevon Cartwright, which, I'm really, really impressed with that young man, and I think he's going to do special things for us. And, if we were playing, he could probably go, and I've told y'all all along we're going to be patient with him. He's a little bit frustrated, but it's a long season, and he's a talent. Stephen Walker, I thought, made a couple. Nolan, maybe 1 or 2. But Overall, I call passes and plays and concepts for coverages. Depends on the coverage that they play, where the ball's going to go. They double the tight ends a lot in their coverage, and it's a lot of one-on-one to the field receiver, and they usually have the most opportunities with the backs. I mean, running back-wise, we didn't run it a lot, called runs. We tried to get it some in the passing game. We probably had 8 drops by the running backs today. Way too many drops. They got to be a threat for us in the run and the pass game, and just missed opportunities offensively.
What did you see out of your quarterbacks today? You were happy with them last week?
Too much inconsistency, not being able to forget the last play and play the next play. The thing about a quarterback, you got to have an even temperament. Whether you throw a touchdown or you throw a pick, you got to be calm. You got to go out and play the next play. There was more pressure, there was tighter coverage, but we had times to make routine plays at times, and we missed guys. We missed open guys, and I thought it looked like we were pressing a little bit, started aiming the ball instead of just going through our progression, having the proper footwork and delivering the ball, which was good. You got to be able to handle pressure. I told them before the meeting, I said, we can't let the pressure of competition be greater than the pleasure of competition. We got to enjoy that it's tight. We got to enjoy that we got a little adversity, and we got to be able to respond in that situation. And we didn't do that. And then we didn't make plays for them either. There were times that they hit the guys where they were supposed to, and they didn't catch the ball. One catch equals 1 first down, gets momentum going, and we weren't able to do that for the quarterback today.
Was this something where this week maybe you try to do some things in practice to create some diversity?
Well, I think diversity is there because of the way that the offense performed today. And we got to be mature about it, and we got to show back up on Tuesday, our next practice, and go to work.
Well, the real important question, anybody outrun Elvis?
Nobody. We probably got a couple that can outrun Alvis. He kind of had a stumble there and still ran in the 4.5s. When you watch it in slow-mo, the thing Stan did for us is pretty impressive. It looked like he only took like 13 or 14 steps to cover 40 yards.
I was going to say your fan base wants to know if you checked with the NCAA. Does he have any eligibility left?
No, if he had some, we could put him out there because he really didn't train that much. Him and his wife worked on a couple starts, and it was supposed to be today after the scrimmage, and I threw it on him yesterday afternoon. I said, "You're running tonight," because I wanted to give him a little bit of a breather before the scrimmage and see how we handle it. And I thought the guys did a nice job of being focused and coming in. It was like we weren't at the hotel, but it was like a game. We came over, you had meetings, you had walkthrough, except for this bike race out here that kind of threw off our schedule a little bit. Everything else was pretty good.
Beach festival.